Mondays, Motivational Mondays, and we also have our MCM. That's our Man Crush Monday. Who's your man crush for today?
My own or our own?
No, yours.
Mine.
Your personal man crush.
My daddy.
Aww.
I'm my daddy's girl.
Oh, yeah, that is your man crush. Okay, now my man crush for today would be me, with myself. Yes, so
it's not allowed.
Sometimes you need to blow your own
it's
horn. Sometimes you need to appreciate yourself. This little thing goes a long way. Today, my man crush is Miles, myself. Like I did try. I did, and I'm man I be. That's it. I'm not going to say more. But on Tea Time today, we have our man crush, and he has done a lot for himself in just a very, very short period of time. And he's Olamide Bado. Now, let's go straight into it. Olamide Gbenga Adedeji, born 15th March 1989, is a Nigerian rapper, singer, songwriter. Is one of the biggest and most influential artists in Africa. He records in Yoruba and English.
That's dope.
Olamide Gbenga Adedeji was born in Bariga, Lagos State. He is the second of 3 children of Pa Adedeji and his second wife, Ronke Osisanya Adedeji. Olamide has 2 siblings, Temi Gold and Eni Olamide, who everybody knows as DJ Any Money. Olamide started his career when he released the debut album single Enduro in 2010. That's a long time ago. Woof. He studied mass communication at Solari University but dropped out due to financial challenges. He's married to Adebokumi Aisha Sulaiman. They have 2 boys together, Maximiliano Boluwatife and Torip Miles. I even based my name. With 10 massive albums in his arsenal and responsible for bringing up major artists to the spotlight, is our MCM for today. Olamide Bado is our guy for today. Like, name the artist that has sprung up under YBNL's platform that you know of. How many? Fireboy is there.
Yeah.
We have Fireboy.
Yes. Joe Boy.
Ha! You are going through a lot too. I don't know if you are going through a lot. A lot's going through you.
A lot.
Okay, cool. I mean, so we have Fireboy, we have Ashake, the recent rave. We had Atiku Gold.
Okay.
We had Victor. We have Lil Kesh. We had Tammy. I don't even know what happened to Tammy's career. We had Tammy. We had Olamide himself. And the journey was just amazing. Seeing him grow from that point where he started from to now, and he has made multi-millionaires of a whole lot of people. And he's what's it called? His label, YBNL, is doing amazingly
and grooming
well.
other people as
like
well.
He's grooming, like, do you know, he's grooming people and making people become massive successes. Like, he should come and sign me. I think Olamide needs to sign because I need to blow. I really need to blow. What do you think I will make it good?
Kanipo, you arrange for meeting with him, and then you will not see if do you wanna maybe say that you have progressed in music industry. What's your experience like? What's your sound like? Do you fit into the category of people that he has groomed as his people? Some
of the people he groomed didn't have it all from the beginning.
But there's always like a little bit of something. Like, you need a bit of foundation, because you can see like all the people that we've mentioned earlier, they have like specific sounds, right? And we know them as people with like particular genres of music and the way they sound.
I do it all. It's everything. And I have more foundation than the one on your face. If I have more.
So let's watch out for Miles now.
Watch out for me. YBNL coming through. All right, let's get straight to it now. Something happened over the weekend, and it was drama all over the place. Everybody seems to be talking about it. I for once, I really wanted to dig into it, but when it comes to politics, I try my best not to really go into it. But on Tea Time here, we don't have work. We are Pokro people. We'll talk about anything that they bring our way. Anyway, there was mild drama at the presidential town hall meeting, which held in Abuja, after PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar failed to show and instead sent his running mate, Governor Iheuwa Okowa of Delta State. The event was attended in person by Peter Obi of the Labour Party, Rabi Kwankwaso of the new Nigerian People Party, NNPP, and presidential candidate of People's Redemption Party, Kola Abiola. APC presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu was nowhere to be found, and his representative was also nowhere to be found. Some spectators, however, disrupted the event, stating that they wanted only presidential candidates to participate. When calm was restored, all 4 candidates, including Okowa, were allowed to speak to the audience for a few minutes. Then he goes, Atiku Abubakar duly obtained permission from the organizers of the town hall meeting for him to be represented, and permission was duly given. Atiku Abubakar is outside the country and he has asked me to represent him. After all, this is just a town hall meeting, not the actual debate, says his person. Says Iheuwa. So yeah, that's it, and this has caused a whole lot of outrage. But let me just show you the small drama that happened in that place. Yeah, we have a video to that. People were, I don't think the chairs were flying yet, but like the last time. Yeah. So yeah, let's see that video real quick, and we'll be right back.
We don't want only presidential candidates. We want presidential candidates. Presidential candidates. Only presidential candidates. That's what we want. Only we want presidential candidates. No. We are Nigerians and we will not accept it. No. You can take your presidential candidate. We don't want freedom. We don't want all this.
Okay, do not forget you can be part of this conversation by calling in on 0909-8408-408 and share your views on what we're talking about today. Now, that video, I'm going to leave this. I was going to call you. I was about to call you a name. I saw something. I was about to call you that name. So, yeah. Oh, sorry. What do you think? What is your view? What is your take on this? Honestly.
Well, I mean, I feel like
without throwing your weight behind anybody.
Yeah, okay. I feel like it's not strange, right? Because this is not like the first gathering where all the presidential candidates are not present. I feel like people are just more enraged at the fact that it feels maybe somewhat disrespectful that one, for Atiku, he did not come and he sent his representative, and now for Tinubu on the other hand, he didn't come and he did not send a representative, and then he later put out a report stating how he had a busy schedule and he cannot always attend to every debate or anything that calls for his attention. I mean, it's also another thing for them to defend themselves by saying, I mean, it's not even the presidential debate, it's not the main thing, right? But I feel like it is also somewhat a responsibility to them if this was a major media house calling for this town hall meeting, not for jokes, right? It's to speak, it's another avenue for you to speak to the people, come and convince us as to why, you want to, come into power and stuff. I feel like it's another opportunity for you to you've not even got into power, right? You are still trying to win some of us over, and you didn't show up, and then explanation is coming saying Iheuwa said it's not the main thing, so there's really no justification.
What's the point?
So people are always like, I mean, if you value us, then you'd also value our presence, and you might as well show up, even if you are busy or some. I don't know. Have you ever considered joining virtually?
Well, that's another thing, right? Why didn't that even come up? Like, okay, yeah, he's not here.
But you can send a representative and still join virtually.
Virtually, right.
Or join virtually and still participate.
Exactly. If some foreign country was to call any one of them now and say, you'll be speaking and they can't be there, which I'm sure they'll be there. But if they can't be there, we can make it virtual. We can do it that way. It just shows, to me, it just shows that these people a lot of our leaders have no respect for us whatsoever. They don't send our father and mother. They don't send us like, what are they going to do? They will just, if some other candidates can be there, why can't you be there?
Exactly.
And I'm sure they didn't just come up, the organizers didn't just come up to them like, we are doing this thing tomorrow. They must have given you guys prior notice like a month or 2 months. Look, and you agreed to being part of it. That's why there's okay. Let's just hold this. And you're saying
definitely.
And Iheuwa saying it's not even. I just feel it's a slap in the face of a lot of Nigerians.
Like it's not like after all, it's not even
right. And you could see Senator Dino Malaye doing his thing in the background. He looked like he was dancing as usual, but he wasn't dancing. He was really still as usual. That man is drama personified. He's drama related. Anyway, so yeah, people are more aware now. People are more enraged now. People are not gonna take. Nigerians are not taking. They're not taking no or silly excuses anymore. Like we want products, we want results. We don't just want you guys to tell us, oh yeah, so you are not in the country. Where are you? So you want to rule the country from where? From your comfort zone in whatever country you are. No, that's not good. That's not going to pass this time around. So please make yourself present sometime. But what do I know? Who are we? We don't know anything. So But if you agree with what we said, or you agree that it is just a town hall meeting, like you think it's just a town hall meeting, they didn't have to be there, you can also just drop a message on all of our social media platforms. We'll definitely read it out, or you can just call on our numbers of 09098408408 and let us know what you think. Okay? Do you think we should move it, or you still want to talk politics more?
No, we can move. Let's see what people have to say when they're sending their messages.
Okay, when they're sending their messages. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next story, which I think I kind of like it because it's something that I feel is biting deep into our country. Now, businesswoman Sandra, how do you pronounce it? Is it Iheuwa? Iheuwa.
I don't know if that's correct or Iheuwa or Iheuwa.
Businesswoman Sandra Iheuwa is of the opinion that love is dead in Nigeria. In a post shared on her Insta story, Sandra opined that unconditional love is very much alive in the United States, unlike Nigeria, where it is totally dead. Like it is dead. Like love is dead in Nigeria. People are looking for who to use here and there. Oh my goodness. What do you make of this?
I mean, this is very. It's so, you know how they say people dive and jump into conclusion. This is very abrupt to conclude at, right? Because I would usually say, like, when people come to make statements like this, it's probably from experience, right? Because it's not possible to just conclude that love is dead in Nigeria. How is it possible? It's not entirely true. Most times we would say, okay, people have had like experiences that have birthed their, opinions or how they tend to express themselves in terms of, this kind of topic. Right. But for her to say love it cannot be dead. People are in love. People are loving. People are thriving in their relationships.
True say.
Right? And it doesn't also mean that there's no love in the US, like she said, but you can't say there's no love in Nigeria or love is dead. It's not possible.
I really don't. I'm against it. Like, what do you mean by love is dead? There's people love, but people love differently. Because it doesn't work for Mr. A, doesn't mean it's not going to work for Mr. B. Like, yes, we have a lot of really, really messed up people in this part of the world that everybody's just thinking of the fact that if I date this girl or this guy, will it be beneficial to me? Is he comfortable? Is she comfortable? Does he come from a good home? Does she come from a good? By good home, I mean a notable rich home. Now I'm not talking about decent people. Notable good home. So like it's more about the material now. I think that's where she's going.
Maybe.
But there's still some people who love. They love look, I love this person, so let's be together. Because it's not working, and I think social media itself is not a problem. Like, what people don't know, they can't break. Like, what people don't have an idea about, it's just keep your thing in the corner there. I come from a generation where social media wasn't born. Like, that's where I come from. So when we still used to write letters.
Oh my God. Did you ever write a love letter?
I had a sack full of love letters.
To one person?
No, so it's different people. But one person had like a whole lot of it. One day I was coming back from school, and I got back from school with my bag, and I just saw my mom and her friends in the living room. They were just laughing. I was embarrassed.
They were reading it.
And I just saw the sack. There's this small pouch. I just saw the pouch, like, God. I wanted to enter the ground, like,
the cockroach in my cupboard.
Her friends were like, oh, I said, God.
At least you didn't get in trouble for it.
Why would I get in trouble? My mother is she understands things like that. Like, okay, then we had a long talk about it later. Like, okay, you don't tell this person, you don't do this, you don't do that. Yeah. It was sweet. So I come from that generation where we used to write love letters and we used to just talk to each other. We didn't have to put everything. If there was a problem, we sit down and we talk about it.
And not put it out
on like, social media. Oh, then my wife, and you put it out there, like, especially when you're a public figure. People will pick it up for you now. Definitely. The internet never forgets. It's always there. It's going to be there forever.
And they will add their own story to it.
Oh, of course. It's our work. It's what we do. Do you understand? So I strongly of the opinion that love still exists. There is love. There's true love. Do not be discouraged. Don't say answer everybody say there's no love, Joy. You could just chop breakfast. Yes, everybody will eat. In fact, you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's
and you
normal.
Stand up and move on again. Life is not hard.
But when you finish eating, you used to sit down.
Then you stand up.
Okay.
You sit down, you stand up.
Okay.
The food will digest. So if you chop breakfast, it will digest. Then you move on for the next. You
understand? Breakfast happens. Some people don't get to eat breakfast, right? Some people are like that. Like, they're lucky enough not to eat, but it's gonna happen. You will eat your breakfast, probably lunch and dinner, but you will get up. Yes. you will get up and move on with your life. That doesn't mean love is there. That doesn't mean the next person you're about to meet is going to be a devil or a this or that. So I am not with that. I'm not with that. I don't think that's even healthy to put out there for the younger ones. Like, hey, but have you seen all this young love? Let's say that they love deal.
I feel when we see like young love in quotes, right? Sometimes let's just let them be and not discourage them too much, because for people, the first thing that comes to mind is
should we tell them?
There was no job breakfast.
Should we tell them?
Do you get? I'm like, let them be. Advise them rightly. Don't fill them with so much, negativity.
Right.
Because if they literally have no problems, they'll be having like at the back of their head,
somebody said Kanipe is about to happen.
Do you get me? So just let them love their love.
Yep, love is one, love is real. Do not let anyone discourage you. I am not for that thing that there's no love here. There's love in the United States. In fact, I even feel the United States is more organized. The United States is where the conditional love is like, do you have papers?
Right.
Let's get married. Does that guy not get paper? No marry, no follow up. But do you understand? So, but here we love. Nigerians are lovers, aren't we?
We are.
Exactly.